the smartest way you've ever tested your daughter's boyfriend? The first time I met my daughter's boyfriend, I almost believed the act. He showed up exactly on time. He brought flowers, complimented my cooking before he'd even taken a bite, called me ma'am every other sentence. By the end of dinner, my daughter was smiling like she'd found the perfect man. I was smiling too, but something felt rehearsed. I've lived long enough to know that people trying too hard are usually trying to hide something. See, I was born in South Korea before moving to the United States when I was a teenager. I speak English fluently, but most people assume I struggle with it because I still have a noticeable accent, including my daughter's boyfriend. His name was Ryan, and without realizing it, he gave me the perfect opportunity to learn who he really was. I stopped correcting people when they assumed I didn't understand English. Whenever Ryan visited, I'd answer with short sentences, smile politely, and mostly speak Korean to my daughter. Ryan seemed relieved, too relieved. The first few weeks, he stayed charming, always respectful, always helpful. Then little cracks started appearing. One afternoon, my daughter stepped outside to answer a phone call. Ryan looked around the living room and quietly muttered, "I can't wait until we don't have to hang out here anymore." I kept folding laundry like I hadn't heard a thing. A week later, he picked up one of my old family photos. He laughed under his breath. "No wonder she wants to move out. Interesting, very interesting." Then came the moment that confirmed my instincts. My daughter was upstairs getting ready while Ryan waited downstairs. He pulled out his phone and called one of his friends. "I think I've got this figured out," he said. "Her mom barely speaks English, so she has no idea what I'm saying." Then he laughed. "I just have to survive family dinners until we get engaged." I nearly dropped the laundry basket, not because I was shocked, because he sounded proud of it. From that day on, I started paying closer attention. Whenever he thought nobody was listening, the compliments disappeared. He complained about my cooking, mocked the neighborhood, even joked that my daughter was too emotional. Then one afternoon, I decided to run my own little experiment. I casually mentioned, in Korean, that I was thinking about selling my house because money had become tight. My daughter knew exactly what I was doing. She played along perfectly. Within a week, Ryan's attitude completely changed. The daily phone calls slowed down. Date nights became too busy. His excuses multiplied overnight. Finally, he sat my daughter down and gave the speech. "I just think we're moving in different directions." She nodded calmly. No arguing, no begging, just, okay. 2 weeks later, I casually mentioned that the house had actually been appraised for far more than expected, and I'd decided to keep it. Funny enough, Ryan suddenly remembered how much he loved my daughter. He started sending flowers again, texting nonstop, even asking if they could start fresh. My daughter invited him over for dinner one last time. He walked in carrying expensive chocolates and wearing that same perfect smile. Halfway through the meal, I looked directly at him. Then, in completely fluent English, I said, "So, have family dinners become easier to survive?" The color disappeared from his face. He looked at my daughter, then back at me. Neither of us smiled. He started stammering. I didn't mean..." Before he could finish, my daughter pressed play on her phone. She'd recorded one of his conversations after she'd begun noticing the same behavior I had. His own voice filled the dining room. "I'm just waiting until her family trusts me." Silence. He realized there was nothing left to explain. He grabbed his jacket, muttered something under his breath, and walked out without looking back. After the door closed, my daughter cried for a while. Not because she missed him, because she hated realizing the version of him she'd fallen for had never existed. I hugged her and said something my own mother once told me. "It's better to lose the wrong person early than spend years wishing you had." About 6 months later, she introduced me to someone new. No flowers, no rehearsed compliments, no performance. The first thing he asked me was whether I'd teach him how to cook one of our family recipes because he wanted to surprise my daughter. He treated me exactly the same whether she was standing beside him or not. That's when I knew. Kind people don't perform kindness. They live it. And unlike Ryan, he never needed an audience.